everyone, welcome to our channel of Nagesh Karasgi Orchid School. My name is Kajal Kulkarni and I am going to teach grade 5 SST. So in our last episode, we had seen that some people never die. So what was the reason we say that some people never die? It is so many people are born, so many child, every second as I told, a new baby is born. But from those millions, very few turn to become great personality, right? So we had seen about we had seen about Abraham Lincoln. So Abraham Lincoln, when he was young, he was from a very poor family, and his parents were so poor that he was not sent to school. And in his lifetime, only for a year he went to school. Then he became a successful lawyer. Okay, he became a successful lawyer, and at the age he was fond of reading books. So he used to read books, many books, again and again. And his stepmother, he used to support him for whatever he wanted to do. Then he became a lawyer. After that, he became the member of Illinois House of Representatives, and then he became the president of USA, right? He became the president of USA. So he wanted to remove slavery from America. And there were two, northern and southern parts. So they were all against, the southern part was against the Abraham Lincoln, Why? Because he was fighting against slavery. He was against the system of slavery. So when he became the president, they took a war, there was a war between the northern and southern states, and this war was called as American Civil War, which lasted for 4 years. And when the war was still going on, it was still there. So that time Abraham Lincoln, he banned the system of slavery. What he did? He banned that system. He passed the law. He gave freedom to the people, 300 million people from slavery. And so what happened? People again started the southern part, the southern state people again started opposing Abraham Lincoln. Then for the second time again he became the president, and he made many plans. He wanted that both the states, the northern and the southern states, should be united and should live a peaceful life. But he had many plans, and he wanted to implement those plans. But before that, he was killed. He was shot to death. Okay. Next, we had seen about Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi, that is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, he was born on 2nd October 1869 at Porbandar in Gujarat. So when he was studying in England, he went to study law. So when he was studying, India was ruled by Britishers. Then further he went to South Africa to again get more, to pursue more higher degree in law. That is, he wanted to become a lawyer. So he became a successful lawyer in South Africa. So even South Africa was ruled by the Britishers. So when he was in Africa, he was travelling in a train, as I told you all. The white, they just pushed him, and they told that these seats are made for only white people, not for the blacks. So he thought that this is really a very bad treatment for the blacks. So he decided to fight against this injustice, and he developed his own method of fighting. He was not using any arms, guns or any of the things, and he fought with his own method that is called, his method of protest was called as Satyagraha. So, Satyagraha means something to fight, means something to, we should have truth, the truth and firmness. Satya means truth and Graha means firmness. So, he was having that method, his own method to protest against these Britishers. And his methods were also successful, and he became a very well known personality in South Africa. He fought for these South Africans also. And I had stopped here. Now we will move on further. This is Mahatma Gandhi in South Africa. When he was in South Africa, this is the picture clicked in South Africa of Mahatma Gandhi. We will start. Gandhiji returned to India after spending more than 20 years in South Africa. He decided to continue his struggle against the unjust British rule in India using the weapon of Satyagraha. He launched his non-cooperation movement in India in 1920. It spread rapidly all over India and soon had millions of followers. People silently opposed the British and did not become violent even when beaten by the police. Now, Gandhiji was in South Africa for more than 20 years. For more than 20 years he was in South Africa, and he saw the condition was really very bad of the people living in South Africa. Then he returned back to India. The same were the conditions with the Indians. He saw that the Indians were also treated very badly, very badly. When he returned, he visited many places. He visited many places and he found that the Britishers had taken charge of each and every place under their control. So, he decided to continue with his struggle, but with which form? With his own method of protest, that was Satyagraha. So, he launched a non-cooperation movement in India in 1920, and this cooperation and this movement spread very rapidly all over India, and soon millions of people came in support of Gandhiji. They all followed Gandhiji. People were silently, means they were not fighting, they were not abusing, they were not using any bad words, they were not doing anything, but they were silently opposing the Britishers, and they did not become violent, they did not do any of the, means they didn't use any of the arms or immunities to fight with the Britishers, but they silently opposed the Britishers. Even after they were beaten by the police, when people used to give a march, means when they used to move on a walk for a, like we say, movement, okay. So, they were beaten by the police, but still the people never reverted back, okay. They just kept on with their Satyagraha movement. Gandhiji was arrested, but the British were soon forced to release him. Later, Gandhiji started many other movements against the British. Ultimately, the British had to bow before the might of non-violence, and India became free of British rule on 15th August 1947. Here, it is just in one single paragraph, it is mentioned that Gandhiji was arrested many a times. Students, India, we are having many seas, right? So, India was a good manufacturer of salt. So, whatever salt was made in India, people used to use that salt and even sell the salt. But that salt was really very cheap. It was at a very cheaper rate. Then this Britishers, they saw that this salt which is made here, which is found here, this started, means they took over the charge of Indian factories producing, means processing the salt, and they started ruling over it, and they took charge of those factories. Now these Britishers, what they did, they took those whatever salt was made, the people who were making the salt, they were forced to stop making the salt and purchase the salt that Britishers were selling in India. That means they were selling the salt with a very high rate, and also they were charging tax on salt. So the salt, the rates of the salt increased to a very huge height. Where the people were taking salt for 1 rupee, see earlier we were getting salt for 1 rupee also, but now we are getting it for 10 rupees. So 10, in this days 10 rupees is nothing for us. Okay. So those days we were getting it for 1 rupee. So those Britishers, what they did, they took charge of those factories and they started making the salt in their own name, and the Indians were forced to take the salt from those factories, and they were not allowed to make their own salt. If the Indians were found making their own salt, they were beating the Indians and they were put in the prison. So then Gandhiji saw that the people are really tortured, the Indians are really harassed. So he started with the Dandi March. Okay. So when he started from Dandi March, many people joined him. Gandhiji had done many movements, many movements, Swadeshi movement. So this Dandi March, what happened? Gandhiji started with it from Sabarmati ashram, and the people followed him. Many of them followed, and then when he reached to the sea, he made the salt with his own hand, and he told the people that you all also break the salt law and start making salt on your own. So on that condition, even that time Gandhiji was arrested and people were beaten very badly, just because we went against these Britishers to make the salt. Similarly, we had Swadeshi movement. So in this Swadeshi movement, what did Gandhiji do? He explained the people that whatever goods are coming, what these Britishers did, they started importing the goods in India. The goods which were made in their country, they started importing it in India, and the people of India were forced to purchase those goods. So then the cloth which is made, many things, toys, so the people had to purchase, they were not having any option. So they were forced to purchase those Swadeshi goods, those foreign goods, sorry, not Swadeshi goods, foreign goods. So then Gandhiji started with this Swadeshi good, that is made in India products. So the people in a huge number, what they did, they just brought all the products from their home, brought from foreign country, and they just lit fire to it, and the Britishers got so angry on this that they again started beating the people. So students, many movements he had released and many movements he has passed. In this one paragraph, it is just said that Gandhiji was arrested and the Britishers were forced to leave him. Every time they used to arrest Gandhiji, every time they were forced to leave him. But in this one sentence, it is one paragraph, it is said that ultimately the Britishers had to bow in front of these non-violent method, and India became free. But it was not that easy. Many people have given their lives. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre, many people were killed. Bhagat Singh, he was hanged to death and then his body was burnt without giving his body to his family. So students, we are having many historical movies like Bhagat Singh, we have Gandhiji, we have Kesari movie. These are all historical movies. So if you will watch these movies, you will come to know that what exactly happened with these people, with these freedom fighters. So so many people have given their lives just for the sake of freedom for our country, and at last India got its freedom on 15th August 1947. Before one day, Pakistan got the independence, that is 14th August 1947. Okay. Gandhiji was against the practice of untouchability in India. He did a lot for the untouchables, whom he called Harijans or people of God. He also worked for Hindu-Muslim unity in India and was heartbroken when India was partitioned into India and Pakistan. Gandhiji was shot dead on 30th January 1948 by a person who did not like his methods. Gandhiji is remembered throughout the world as a great soul. He is called Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma means the great soul. He is also called as father of the nation, right? So now Gandhiji, he was against many practices, as we have seen that he was against the differentiation between white and black. Similarly, he was against the untouchability. Like in India, many years before, people were following the customs of untouchability. Like those who are Harijan, means they were treated very badly. The higher caste people, they used to treat those people, even though they were from India, they were treated very badly. They were not given, they were not allowed to share the well. That means if suppose the rich people are taking water from that well, those Harijans or those untouchables were not allowed to take water from that well. So in such a way they were treated so badly. So Gandhiji was always against this practice of untouchability, and he really did a lot for these people, and he said that Harijans, untouchables are called Harijans. So Harijans are nobody but they are people of God. Okay. So he really worked a lot for them. Also in India, we were having the Hindu and Muslim, means we were not united. Now why is this so? These Britishers, when they left India, these people, what they did, they made the Hindus and the Muslims against each other. They used to tell something to Hindus against the Muslims and Muslims against the Hindus, and these Britishers created difference between Hindus and Muslims. Earlier we all were one, we were having unity in our country, but due to this Britishers, when they left India, they divided India into Hindus and Muslims. And as I told that Pakistan got freedom on 14th August, that was means before 12 o'clock they got their freedom, and after 12, since after 12 India got the freedom, so we are celebrating our Independence Day on 15th August 1947. But if we would have got our freedom on the same night, then we also would have celebrated our freedom on 14th of August. But the time was after 12 o'clock, so it is considered the next day. So when we got our freedom, there was a very big, now see, after freedom, when a country gets freedom, right, we need someone to take care of if a child is born, and if the child is just left out, what will happen? How that baby will grow? The baby will, it is all, the baby is dependent upon the mother, right, upon parents. So similarly, all the people of India were dependent upon someone. They wanted someone to take care of their self, their nation, right. So now they decided to have some president, prime minister. We have no right now also we do have. So in that time, what happened? India, since India got separated with Pakistan, first India and Pakistan were one country, but then after the freedom they both separated. For what reason? The reason was Nehru ji wanted to become the prime minister and Jinnah wanted to become the prime minister for few years. We have 5 years. So in these fight, what happened? Nehru ji became, and due to that Gandhi ji said that, Jinnah said that if I am not going to become the president, then I want a separate nation. So it was said okay to this decision, that okay, fine with the separate nation. And then Gandhi ji said all the Muslims who are in India can live in India, and if they want to leave India, they can go in Pakistan. And those who are in Pakistan, the Hindus who are in Pakistan, can live in Pakistan, and those who want to come back in India can come back in India. So what happened in that? The few of the followers of Gandhiji were against this, and so Nathuram Godse, he shot Gandhiji in that crowd on 30th January because he was not agreeing with this part that Gandhiji had declared. Okay. So the word Mahatma is said as great soul, okay, and he was also a father of the nation. Now we will move on to the next personality, that is Martin Luther King. Even after slavery was banned in the USA, the blacks were treated badly. They were not considered to be equal to the whites. In several places, buses had separate seats for blacks and whites. Blacks were not allowed in several eating places. Martin Luther was the main person who fought against this injustice. He was born in the southern state of Georgia in USA in 1929. Student, one more thing before I go on to explain with this great personality Martin Luther King. This is the picture of Gandhiji launching the Satyagraha movement in Champaran, Bihar. See students, he is having only one loin cloth dhoti. Yes? Why he was wearing this dhoti, only dhoti? In the previous picture which I had shown you all have seen this, that he is so well dressed. Gandhiji was from a very well known family, but still he was wearing this dhoti. So why this change? Why this huge change? It is said that when Gandhiji had attended a meeting in Orissa, he found that the people in Orissa were so poor, and the ladies, they were not having sufficient clothes to wear. So Gandhiji felt so bad that even I am of the same nation, these all are my people. When my people are not having good clothes to wear, how can I be in such a good attire? How can I be so well dressed? So in Orissa, when his campaign was going on, at that time he decided to leave all these beautiful attire, and he started wearing a simple dhoti. The reason behind this is, why he started wearing the dhoti is because he saw the people of Odisha and he said that my people are so poor, they are not even having a proper clothes to wear. So how can I be in such a good attire, how can I dress up so well, how can I wear the suit and all that. So from that day onwards he left all his beautiful robes. Okay. So this thing I wanted to share with you. Now we will again move on to Martin Luther King. So even after the slavery was banned in USA, still the blacks were treated very badly by the whites. They were not allowed to sit and eat in the places where the whites were having their food. So the separate seats, as I told that in train also they were told, Gandhiji was told to have a separate, means you are not given a seat for sitting, you have to sit down. So similarly for blacks, they made a separate section where only blacks used to go and whites were not allowed, where whites used to sit, the blacks were not allowed. So in several places buses also had separate seats, where whites and blacks, it was bifurcated. So Martin Luther King was the person who really didn't like all this and he fought against this. Martin Luther King, students, he also is a black. Okay, I'll show you here. Martin Luther King addressing the crowds at Washington 1963. He also was a black. So he was against all this act of differentiation. This is Martin Luther King giving his famous speech, I Have a Dream, during the 1963 March on Washington. Okay. He was born in the southern states of Georgia in USA in 1929. Martin Luther King visited India in 1959 to understand Gandhiji's Satyagraha movement. He used Gandhiji's non-violent methods of protest, demanding equality for the blacks in the USA. He gained tremendous support among the blacks. See, these people here, they are all black and they have marched to the Washington, march on Washington. They had a, near Washington, they had a meet. So many people gathered there and they were supporting Martin Luther King. So he was very much impressed. Martin Luther King was very much impressed with the act that Gandhiji was following with his own method, that was Satyagraha. So he was very much impressed with that. So he visited India to just understand how Gandhiji is fighting against these Britishers. So he visited India and understood the things from Gandhiji, and he also followed the same method in his nation, in USA. He got tremendous support from the people. On 28th August 1963, about 2 lakh people joined him in this march on Washington. A year later, a law was passed in the USA granting equality to the blacks. King was given the Nobel Peace Prize for his efforts. However, in some states, the injustice towards blacks continued. In Alabama, some white officials prevented blacks from voting in the elections. The people joining King's protest march were beaten by the police, but the protest continued. Soon a law was passed which ensured that the blacks could not be stopped from voting. Martin Luther King was shot dead in 1968 at the young age of 39. But during his lifetime, he made it possible for a whole race of people to live with dignity. So student, I will stop here and in our next episode I will explain you about Martin Luther King. So you do read the chapter. Okay, we'll meet soon. Till then, thank you.